Hey, it's Maya. Welcome to my channel again. I am wearing a few new products on my face, and currently I am going to be doing a kind of wear test between the Laura Mercier Secret Blurring Powder, which is on my left eye here in the shade number 1, and then this I have on Hourglass Diffused Light Ambient Lighting Powder, which I've been using for like the last, 2 to 3 years. Let's see what else. I have the Cover FX Power Play Foundation all over my skin. The color is G plus 50. Underneath my eyes, I have G plus medium 1 shade in the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. I have on, sorry, I'm holding my phone to record right now. I have on the Natasha Denona Super Glow highlight in the shade Bronze, and I have Makeup Forever bronzer in the shade 25i, and all over my face I set with Hourglass Luminous Light Powder. But I just set very lightly with that because I kind of set like here, 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 and here, here with the Natasha Denona highlight, so I didn't want to go over that highlight. Anyway, so I'm going to be going to work, and I just want to see how long or what the difference is between these two eyes. You can't really tell in the video here, I don't think. I'll look up. This is the Laura Mercier, this is the Hourglass. The Laura Mercier is a little whiter, and when you put it on, it's visibly brighter. And the Hourglass is has a yellow tone. And for me, my skin tone, I feel like the yellow just brightens it a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but in the mirror, I can. The Laura Mercier seems, I wouldn't say ashy, but in comparison to the Hourglass, I don't feel it's as like, let's see. I don't know. They look so similar right now in this camera. Anyway, I'm just gonna see, because if they both last the same amount of time throughout the day, I mean, I think the Laura Mercier is like $28, but it's got way less product than the Hourglass. I can check the actual amount at the end of the day when I'm comparing the two. But then the Hourglass is probably like $50 to $50 or something like that. So, I mean, we'll compare to see how much, what the value is there if they're both kind of lasting the same amount of time. All right. Well, I will see you guys after my 8-hour shift. I'm starting at 7 today, and I get out at 3:30 p.m. So I will see you later. Hey, so it is about 2 p.m. This is my, I think, 7th hour, 7.5 hours I've been wearing this or something like that, this makeup. So I don't have a lot of creasing under the eyes. This is the side with the Laura Mercier. This is the side with the Hourglass Diffused Light. I have a window that I'm sitting in front of, and I'm just trying to check what side I like better. So I think I like this one better. It looks brighter, and when I put it on in the morning, it wasn't as stark white as the Laura Mercier side. I don't know if I like wipe that off there or not, but it also looks a little faded, more so faded than this eye. Oops. Anyway, I'm just barely pressing it. But yeah, even just like barely grazing over and kind of like taking off that little top layer, oily kind of layer, this side still looks brighter and more covered, and I use the same concealer on both sides, so that's not it. Yeah, I think I would stick with the Hourglass powder instead of the Laura Mercier blurring powder. Also, when putting the Laura Mercier powder on with a brush, it is hard to get product. More product gets distributed with the diffused light. I'll do an update at the end of the day when I get home and right before I take off my makeup and compare the value, what you get. Yeah. Anyway, hey, it is 4:30 right now. I've had this makeup on for at least 10 hours now. So this morning I put on the Cover FX Power Play Foundation. Let's see. I mean, I'm not doing the Power Play Foundation review. I'm just comparing the Laura Mercier Secret Blurring Powder and then the Hourglass Diffused Light Ambient Powder. Let's see. This side is Laura Mercier. And this one is Diffused Light. I mean, it looks like this side is more worn off, like on this area. And earlier too, when I had wiped it, before I had wiped it, this area was a little bit worn off. Yep, this eye is brighter, looks kind of more awake. It just looks overall better. Yeah. Yeah. That makes me sad. I kind of liked this when I was using it at first. I loved how smooth it looked underneath the eye, and it was a nice option to give a matter look. The Hourglass Diffused Light has a little bit of shimmer particles through it, so it sometimes looks a little, I mean, sometimes it can look a little dry. I've only used it like a couple times, maybe 3 times, but the Laura Mercier one has never looked dry or cakey. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's like more worn down on this side, and this only happened because I swiped my finger earlier to see like if it would come off. Yeah, just like that. But I wiped them just the same, and still this side looks kind of better. I think it has to do with the tone of the color as well. Also, I forgot to mention that the Hourglass powder is 10 grams and it costs $46, and then the Laura Mercier powder is 3.5 grams and it costs $28. So you're getting a better deal with the Hourglass powder. And if you were looking for a white color, then you might as well just get shade number 1. If you're looking for a white color like the Laura Mercier Secret Blurring Powder in the shade number 1, then go for the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the color Ethereal Light. And if you're looking for a darker shade, like the shade number 2 in the Laura Mercier, I would go for like as dark of a shade as Hourglass's Radiant Light, or even Dim Light, because the second shade is pretty dark. But yeah, so I think Hourglass has more colors. The only bad thing is if you're looking for something without any glow, shimmer, or anything, Hourglass is not the one. Anyway, I hope that included everything you need to know. I think I did get a little more creasing with the Hourglass side, less creasing with this one, just because it's a finer powder. but I don't find that it lasted as long as this one, as the Hourglass. So those are my thoughts. I hope I answered them. If I didn't, leave your questions in the comment section, and I will be happy to answer anything I can. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.